I'm Richard White. I'm a cancer biologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. My laboratory is interested in metastasis, which is the process by which a tumor starts in one place in the body and then moves to another part of the body. This process of spreading is the cause of just about all cancer deaths. My lab is really interested in the mechanisms that allow a cancer cell to move to a new place, take hold in that new place, and ultimately why those cells in that new location are lethal to the patient. We had this idea that perhaps when cancer cells move to new locations, they utilize those other nearby environmental cells, the so-called ecosystem of the tumor, in order to promote their growth. So in other words, are the tumor cells taking advantage of the nearby cells? We began to develop models of how to study these interactions between one cell and another cell. And to do this, my laboratory has been using a model called the zebrafish, in part because the fish has a lot of the same characteristics as humans. But the most important thing about the fish is that it's transparent, so that way we can see when cancer cells start in one place and now move to a new place in the body. Because the fish is small, relatively inexpensive, we can study this at huge scale. We can really ask, how do those cancer cells interact with the rest of the body to really become lethal to the patient? Through the zebrafish work, we unexpectedly found that many cancer cells interact with a type of cell called a fat cell or an adipocyte in the body. What we found is that these fat cells directly fuel the growth of the cancer cell by providing them nutrients and other substances. And so a lot of what the Pershing Prize is about is for us to figure out exactly how those fat cells or adipocytes contribute to the cancer's growing and metastasizing. We are interested in a number of tumors, including melanoma, but we're fairly certain that everything we're finding in melanoma is going to be true in lots of other cancers. What we want to do over the course of the prize and really beyond is figure out how do the fat cells transfer nutrients into the cancer cell to fuel their growth, and could we find molecules or drugs that could block that interaction? So basically, you could think of it as starving the cancer cell of its fuel by blocking it with a drug. The prize allows us to now do the work that we're excited to do, but ultimately it will translate back to the patient, and so we think this is a really important and interesting area for exploration.